Last up is XRP. And when you look at XRP, there's been a lot of movement in the space, a lot of looming potential here with November 15th this month being potentially what we could see in either a final settlement or a summary judgment from the court that could put XRP and Ripple in the winner's seat. If that happens, I'm looking at my chart, and if you look at just the month of September through end of October, still an upline trend here right now. We've been playing XRP for a while, even though it is kind of moving in a little bit of a flat zone there. Gareth, what does your chart show for XRP, and do you think this is one that can stick around for a nice rally should they get a good decision?
Yeah, so I mean, number one, if they have a good decision, this thing can rip. There's no doubt about that, right? So if it goes the way of XRP, this thing probably has maybe $1 written all over it. But that's a big if, right? And so we have to kind of be aware of that is a question mark. It's not really what I would call a high percentage trade to know what the judge or guess what the judge is going to do. What I do see is, and what I can just follow is that you had this breakout, right? Beautiful breakout outside of this longer term wedge pattern. And basically you topped out, made sense, right? This high here became this high over here, or that low became this high. And since then, we've been going sideways. And this, again, would be viewed as consolidation. So bullish consolidation as of now. The one thing I would not want to see happen, see this trend line connecting this low and this low, I don't want to see price trade below that. As long as it doesn't trade below that, I think you do have some potential upside on it. And I would probably give a slight positive bias to the judge's decision being positive to cause that rip.
Yeah, well, that obviously November 15th, the big day for Ripple, and I think just in general the crypto markets, because if we do see the judgment come through, we could see a precedence being set that really change maybe the whole dynamic around how legislation is going to flow out into the space, which at that point alone, depending on what's happening with the Fed, what's happening with some of the macro numbers, we could see a very interesting scenario playing out, which I think December might be an intriguing month to play. I know we're going to get a chance to talk to you before then, but a lot happening in the space. I want to get to our poll real quick, and then we'll take a couple questions. All right, so will November end in a crypto rally? 53 holding yes, so it's kind of a split audience right now. I'm still on the no camp on that one with 47. I feel like November's a little bit more soft. Let's go in here to a couple questions. Yeah, so this is Joseph. What he's talking about, XRP will settle soon, triggering a massive bull run. Do you think that could really happen if, let's assume the nirvana occurs. The SEC gets their butt kicked. The judge comes in and says this wasn't a security and is setting precedents possibly for the entire market. What would happen to crypto at that point? What's your feeling?
Oh, I mean, I think if that happened, you'd see 20% upside in Bitcoin in basically a day. I do think that would be huge because remember, everything that the market is craving right now is knowing. And if this would basically set a precedence, like you're saying, and that would give a lot of relief to a lot of people, it would make a lot of shorts cover as well in the crypto space. So I think you'd have a massive rally across the board. I hope it happens. I don't know if it will. It's just, I think as an investor, remember that this is a high risk environment and you don't know which way it's going to go. So there's a lot of people that want to just gamble. Technically, just make sure you're gambling then with money you can afford to lose.